Should Wizard Hit Mummy? Part 4. My name is Ian Joseph Panel from Sanskar School, Jaipur. The reading. Well, the owl thought and thought. At last he said, "Why don't you go see the wizard?" "Daddy, what?" So now Joe asks a question. She asks him something. Daddy, he asks what? Are magic spells real? This was a new phase. Just this last month, a reality phase. When he told her spiders eat bugs, she turned to her mother and asked, "Do they really?" And when Claire told her God was in the sky and all around them, she turned to her father and insisted, with a sly yet eager smell, "Is he
Created
really?"
with free version for non-commercial use.
Explanation. Now, Joe asks Jack, "Are magic spells real or only fiction?" So Jack thinks that this is a new phase in his daughter's life, a reality phase, when she cross checks whether things that are told to her are reality. Do they actually happen? When he told her that spiders eat insects, she confirmed from her mother. And when her mother said that God was omnipresent, everywhere, present everywhere, she confirmed the same from Jack. Next paragraph. They are real in stories, Jack answered curtly. She had made him miss a beat in the narrative. The owl said, "Go through the dark woods
Created
under
with
the
free
apple
version for
tree
non-commercial
into
use.
the swamp over the creek." So the explanation is Jack told her that in stories magic spells are real. And he answered her very curtly, like a brisk, not very politely, because she had disturbed the storytelling session by asking a question. Then he continues with the story that how the owl told Roger Skunk to go through the dark woods under the apple trees into the swamp and over the creek. What's a creek? Again, there's another question from Joe asking her, "Father, what's a creek?" A little river. So, next paragraph, Joe answers, "A creek is a little river. Over the creek,
Created
and
with
there
free
will
version
be
for
the
non-commercial
wizard's
use.
house." And that's the way Roger Skunk went. And pretty soon he came to a little white house and he rapped on the door. Joe rapped on the windowsill, and under the covers, Joe's tall figure clenched in an infantile thrill. And then a tiny little old man came out with a long white beard and a pointed blue hat and said, what's it? What you want? You smell awful." The wizard's voice was one of Jack's own favorite effects. He did it by scrunching up his face and somehow whining through his eyes, which he felt for the interval roomy. He felt being an old man suited him. Explanation.
Created with free version for
Then, while
non-commercial
telling the
use.
story, Jack describes how Roger Skunk went to meet the wizard. And then he describes the wizard as a little man, a short man with a long beard and a pointed white hat, and how he asks Roger what he wanted, and also said that he smelt very bad. And play acting or modulating his voice as if the wizard was speaking was one of Jack's favorite parts. He felt that being an old man suited him. Thank you.
Created with free version for non-commercial use.